Hello everyone, this is Natnarf signing back in, and welcome back to Jake Hunter. And apparently my daughter's still in the background playing that PewDiePie music. What the? Pikachu! Stupid guy. Oh god, never mind. Let's save. I didn't save from the last one, so yeah, let's just save now. Stupid idiot. Keegan Yates, a corporate spy, had been murdered at the Cedric Inn. Rio House had come to the U.S. on the trail of the American companies. Yates had been selling Chinese secrets too. He had asked me for my help. I had a feeling his case tied into Sabin Olsen's disappearance somehow. So I told him I'd see what I could do. During our investigation, Yulia got a call from her friend Carrie, who'd been missing since the beginning of the whole mess. Carrie had gone back to the city hoping that she could find Sabin there. I talked to A when Tidbell, a friend of Sabin, an old flame of Yulia's. He turned out to be another dead end. I think he had some hiding to do. The more I learned, the more it looked like Sabin had to have been Yates' killer. I returned from my visit with Tidwell to find Carrie lie bleeding on her living room floor. She's in a pretty bad shape when I found her, and could only manage a few words before she passed out. Sabin is. There was only one thing she could have said. But had Sabin really attacked her? Why? Baby, you can drive my car. 交通安全 transportation safety. That's what it means in Chinese and Cantonese, not Mandarin. Mandarin, I'm very bad. I don't know if it's 交通安全. I'm not sure. But yeah. After taking Carrie to the hospital, I rushed over to the police station. Rio and Irvin were waiting for me. I called them as soon as the ambulance arrived. It looked like Carrie was going to make it. Yes! I saved another babe. The doctor had told me that after she regained consciousness, she would be none the worse for wear. But I couldn't stop thinking about what Carrie had said to me before she lost consciousness. Had Sabin attacked her? They're beautiful, a beauty pie. Aww. So what do you want to watch? Oh man. Well, he'd had a chance to explain himself once I found him. Come to think of it, where was Yulia? I called her phone several times, but she hadn't picked it up. She couldn't have. I was trying to convince herself she just turned off her phone or something when Irvin stormed into the room. Why are you here, gorilla? What the heck? Addicted. Yeah, you're a detective. This is your fault. What did I do? Clearly never liked me, but now he looked like he was about to start foaming at the mouth. As usual, Rio's face was like a mask. What was going on in that head of his? Just like you, man! Look at yourself first, before him. Look, maybe I had something to do with Carrie getting attacked, but enough! I've lost count of how many times I told you to piss off, and this is why. You screwed up my investigation, and now a girl's in the hospital because of your incompetent ass. It is not right to lay all on the blame of Mr. Hunter. Have the police not make mistakes on their own? You are living in a glass house, Mr. Irvin. What are you talking about? You should be wise not to throw stones. Rio was right, the cops had made some mistakes on their own. Karen and Yulia had gone to the police with information about Sabin the day before while I was visiting Tidwell. The cops had really dropped the ball. Monitoring Carrie. You must have realized that Sabin would come back to his house. Why didn't you post a couple of officers nearby to keep an eye out for him? Checkmate, Irvin. He made a mistake and he knew it. I talk to you, Rio. I don't want to talk to Gorilla. A faint frown appeared on Rio's normal expressionless face as he watched Irvin. So you think it was having an attack me, Harry? Of course! He told us Carrie said his name before she found out. We shouldn't have any problem getting an arrest warrant now. Arrest warrant? Now? I thought you were pretty sure you could get one for Yates' murder. Well, no, the DA was. Irvin Trejo. Interesting. Apparently, the district attorney wasn't as quick to jump to conclusions as Irvin. Make up your mind! So I guess you haven't tracked Sabin down yet, huh? Well, we've got guys working around the clock in this case. It's been 3 days since he ran. It's just a matter of time before he's found. He sounded pretty sure himself, or at least he wanted me to think it was. He sounds like Gorilla. In Slam Dunk, gave him one last smirk before walking off. I talked to you, Rio. He's scary. Doesn't look like we're going to be friends anytime soon. He's really reluctant to cooperate with me as well. He seems pretty damn sure Sabin off Yates and attack Carey. Mr. Lawson's actions are too suspicious not to be interpreted that way. The words were barely out of his mouth when Rio seemed to realize something. By the way, where is Miss Marks? That's what I want to know! Well, she was supposed to be with Carey, but I haven't seen her since I got back from the city. She's not picking up her phone either. What? Are you still standing around? Something may have happening to her. Nah, you're tougher than she looks. I'm not going to do either one of us any favors if I run off half-cocked looking for her. That doesn't even sound right. As I put my hand to stop Rio from running for the door, I felt someone come up from behind me. Sir, what do you mean she's tougher than she looks? See! She's there! There's Julia, lands on the hips. See? She's there! Speak of the devil! The case was an emotional roller coaster for you, yeah. She was being a trooper, but I could tell it was taking a toll on her. Where have you been? Glad to see you in one piece, babe. Yes, I'm happy about it too, but what happened to Carey? When I got back to the house, the police called me to come here. Where did you go? Someone attacked Carey. She's in the hospital right now. Her hand flew to her mouth. Is Carey? How is she? She's okay. She hasn't woken up yet, but the doc says she's gonna be fine. Thank God. Where have you been? Where were you, by the way? Erin asked me to get something at the store. I couldn't reach her cell phone. It just kept going in voicemail. I'm sorry. I forgot to recharge it yesterday, so it must have run out of power. It's quiet for a moment. I had a feeling she was getting up the courage to ask questions she didn't really want to know the answer. Who is it that Carey? We still don't know for sure. But... Before Carey lost consciousness, she murmured Sabin's name. She didn't look half as surprised as I expected. I thought so. What makes you say that, babe? Well, she about about a minute and made up her mind. When Carey asked me to go shopping for her, I thought she was acting a little strange. So you got a feeling she was just trying to get you out of the house? Yes, now that I think about it. Although I suppose I should have realized that Sabin was the only person she would have been doing that for. Julia bit her lip, embarrassed at her mistake. I'm assuming that it was Sabin who attacked Carey. You sure he can't get back to his house again? Any idea where he might go? Let's see, Sabin's house very, very far away. Then it must be... Ewan Tidwell. If he can't go with his family, then he'll go to his friends. That does make sense. They are friends. Alright. I'm sure the police are already on it, but I guess I'll pay him another visit tomorrow. Can I think first? What does the favor Mario? Shopping. Carey insisted that she needed something from the store and sent Yulia to get it. Carey had met it's someone while Yulia was out. The person was Sabin. Carey's behavior suggested though she was going to meet with Sabin, although Yulia hadn't realized that until then. That's all I knew at the time. Damn it. Can I talk to you, man? I'll keep in the loop. You'll get a call from me if anything comes up. Alright. I'll keep you apprised of my investigation as well. Be careful, Mr. Hunter. Thanks, pal. I shook hands with Rio and headed out of the station with Yula in the tow. I planned to head back to baggage the next day while Yula kept Carey company at the hospital. This time, don't leave her alone, okay? I still hadn't had any luck getting the facts straight and making sense of the case. If Sabin had assaulted Carrie, then why had he done it? Had he killed Mr. Yates and then attacked Carrie in an attempt to silence her? Either way, I needed to take things one at a time. First up, I had Tidwell to deal with. It was morning as I entered the lobby of Maggie's company building once more. It was just like I'd left it. The floor was so clean I began to wonder if I was actually supposed to be walking on it. The same receptionist from before we forget me. I'd like to see Mr. Ewan Titel, please. Just a moment. Just as before, I had to give her Titel's exceptionally long title before he could call me. I'm sorry for the trouble. Please wait a moment while I call him. He picked up the phone and began dialing. Everyone in the lobby spoke in hushed tones, creating a sort of a muted murmur that filled the massive room. Her etiquette was as spot on as ever. She was still on the phone trying to get a hold of Tidwell. Yes, please. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, is that so? Looks like someone was passing the buck. Now what? Yes, then I'll ask. Yes, I understand. She eventually managed to get through. Is there a problem? Oh, Mr. Hunter. She almost sounded genuinely sorry. I was taken aback. I apologize. Mr. Tidwell is currently out of the office. I see. I was turning to leave when she stopped me. Miss Hunter. Mr. Tidwell's supervisor. Mr. Arden would like to see you. You want to talk to him? Oh, please do! I would love to see him out of all this mess. Wait. Oh, I would love to. Certainly. I sat around twiddling my thumbs for another 30 minutes or so until Arden showed up. How come he's fast? I couldn't see how they ever got anything done in a place that big. Glad to see you, Mr. Hunter. It'll be good with emails then. Hey! No watching Jack accepted I without me. Just as before, he was extremely polite. Then he's an asshole. Then again, you wouldn't get as far at a place like Maggie's without knowing exactly how to kiss ass. You want a wee-wee? Okay, hold on a moment. I bring daughter to toilet. Hey. Back from the taking a bath of a kid. Okay, not at 6 o'clock. Yeah, later. You finish this first. Then Baymax biscuit, okay? Share your game online. Share your game online. Okay, never mind. Okay. Let's hack to Arden. I hear Tidwell took the day off today. Well, he might have been committing a crime. No, he should be coming in soon. The police wanted to talk to him about the recent assault. I see. Sorry for taking up your time. I'm sure you've got all sorts of important things to be doing. No, it's quite alright. He glance around furtively and lowered his voice. Just between you and me, things aren't exactly busy right now. This business trip to the capital was mostly just to check out the tourist spots. Really? You sleazeball. You're talking about the trip you were on the day Yates was killed? Exactly. I was looking forward to it, but the rain didn't let up all day. I suppose that's karma for you. Yeah, you didn't actually work hard. Arden shrugged just as Tidwell walked into the lobby. He caught sight of us and shuffled over, moving as fast as he dared across this lake of marble. Don't slip now. Sorry, Mr. Hunter. Well, I'll be on my way then. Arden gave Arden gave Tidwell a pat on the shoulder and walked off. Well, let me talk to you, man. Wait, actually, let me see what you look like now. You didn't look so good. I figured the constant interrogations by the beast must have taken their toll. I'm starting to sound like a dirty. I believe I heard the police talk to you about Carrie's assault. Yes. But I don't think I was able to provide him with any useful information. As always! Still no idea where Simon might be. I'm sure you've heard the question 1,000 times, but I'm sorry. Honestly, I'd like to know where he is myself. I'd like to ask him why he's doing this. I can understand his motivation for killing Yates, but attacking his own wife? I didn't say he attacked his own wife. What do you think of what happened to Carrie? Police think that Simon attacked Carrie to keep her quiet. I suppose it makes sense, but what do you think about it? I don't know what to make of it, but they're probably right. I guess I just don't want to believe it. Tidwell paused and looked away. Once again, Tidwell had given me cupcakes. Why do I even keep talking to him? Because he's maybe the thing that actually is the thing. What the? Okay. Good. My search for Sabin had hit a wall. The cops had the manpower and the resources for an in-depth manhunt, and I didn't. No, I could not sit back and let that son of a B. Irvin screw everything up. I just needed to focus my energy on another part of the case. Besides, I told Rio I'd look into who Yates had been dealing with. It took a moment to get everything straight in my head as I walked towards the exit. I need to look at it from a different angle. What were the different facets? Anger? Sabin's revenge was the only motive I'd been able to come up with so far, but it still didn't quite explain everything. I need to try another tack. Maybe it's his job. If it hadn't been Sabin who iced Yates, chances were the killer had something to do with his job. Well, I needed to know more about Yates, what he's like before he died, and what he's been up to. That meant I need to visit his house and his office. But who's gonna know where those were? Rio! Of course, Rio was investigating Yates. He was bound to know his address. I decided to call him right away and ask about Yates' home address. Yeah, I used Marcy. I found Rio's number in the address book and pressed call. After several rings, someone picked up. Rio wasn't the kind of guy to make the first move. This is Detective Hunter. Is this Rio? Yes. I need Yates' home address and business address. You've got them? Of course. When I was in the office yesterday, it is empty. My sister has already spoken to the police at length. Just the same, I'd like to have a look and see myself, if you don't mind. I understand. In that case, I wrote down the information Rio gave me and thanked him before hanging up. I looked at the address and realized that Yates' office was pretty close to Maggie's building. I decided to go to the office first. Okay, let's move. Office. That was first one. That is close. I stepped out through the massive doors and headed towards the car. I was sure the cops had already been to Yates' office, but I wanted to take a look at myself. Maybe, just maybe, I'd find something. Yates' office sat in the corner of a brand new building. I was beginning to understand what Mr. Turstall had meant when he said Yates was living large. What are you watching? That's an ice bucket challenge. Don't watch that, man. Beginning to understand what Mr. Turstall had meant when he said Yates was living large. A sign on the door said Yates Management Consultants. Wow, no doubt about it. This is his office. I can see Chinese words and Japanese characters. I can't read that. That sounds Nah. What did I want to do? I want to inspect the door. It's a wall! Never mind. I'm blind. The company name was displayed rather ostentatiously, unlike certain private detectives I could mention. Okay. Glass wall. Frosted glass, like a real modern yuppie craft. I could see potted plants scattered around the office. Classy. There was an impressive set of double doors. They were pretty thick, but the hinge mechanism looked like it allowed them to move back and forth easily. Wonder what I look at. Post-it sign. Cleaning schedule for 4 p.m. Oh god. Plain sheet of paper with some type text on it had been taped on the wall. Seems a little low tech for an office like Yates. Sign appeared to say that the office was going to be cleaned out at 4 p.m. Why? Even the doorknob was fancy. I couldn't tell if it was locked or not. Oh, not you. What am I gonna do? Otherwise, things might get awkward. Pull. Gave the doorknob a tug, but the door wouldn't budge. Push. Maybe to push it open? Nope, no dice. I decided to come back that evening. I realized I should probably let Ria know about my progress, or more accurately, my lack of it. I took out Mercy. Called Ria immediately. As usual, waited for me to speak first. This is Detective Hunter. What is it? I'm here at Yates' office, but it looks like it's getting cleaned out at 4. I see, and perhaps I will come by the office at 4. I'll be coming back too, after I visit his house. Very well. I agreed to meet up at the office for a hangar. Next up was Yates' house. Move. That's a nice house! The office was a bust, at least for the time being. I decided to head to his house. Mr. Yates' office was an impressive one. He must have made a killing. You had mentioned that he had been poor in high school. Clearly, that poverty had been the driving force in his life. Look at that house. Look at that big-ass house. I wish I could live in that. Yates' palatial home was no less impressive than his office. The guy had really busted his ass running away from poverty. May have been exceptionally driven, but he jumped into a pond with some pretty big fish, and it got him and killed. Like they say, there's always a bigger fish to fry. I lifted myself out of the car and headed for the front gate. Inspected there. A really big damn house. It looked like the kind of place that bathrooms had the size of my office. One of the best sports cars money can buy. I heard that only 300 of them were ever made. It probably cost about the same as the decent house. There's a sturdy iron gate. The wall next to it is made of stack of stone. What? Okay. What on earth is this? Okay, never mind. A stack of stone that had a call button on it. Wait, let me think. Can I think of anything? I took another trip to Magus, but when I got there, Tidbell wasn't around. He was... What? He's late? He's late. Mr. Aaron told me about the weather during his business trip to the capital. The weather... Oh no! Tiny, you dropped your puzzle. You dropped your puzzle. The weather that day had been rainy. Yes, it had been raining. Did agree with the cops on agreed with the cops about the 7th motive for attacking Carrie. The motive was to silence her. Everyone seemed to think that he'd attack her to keep her quiet about his murder of Yates. I talked to Ria and figured out where Yates worked. He worked at a office. There was an office with the name Yates Management Consultants. Now that Mr. Yates was gone, the office was going to be cleaned out. Let it be cleaned out at 4. Yeah, it was 4. That's all I knew at the time. Okay. The call button had an understated elegance to it that matched the gate and the stone wall. It was an intercom with a monitor. push. Push the call button. The intercom crackled, but I didn't hear anything from the house. After a while, a faint woman's voice answered. Who's it? What did I want to do? I want to talk. No. I want to talk. My name is Jake Hunter. I'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Keegan Yates. I really don't want to talk about my brother. I feel to underscore her words. The moment the word out of her words, the intercom was turned off. She said, brother. Unless Keegan had other sisters, Julia didn't know about that woman must have been shot. Can I push again? It didn't look like anyone was going to answer this time. Unfazed, I continued to press the call button. She had to answer sometime. Or then she's going to call the police that you're bothering her. After several minutes of ringing, a clearly distraught Sharon finally answered. Please stop. What are you doing this? I'm sorry I have to be so persistent, but your cooperation is extremely important to our search of Sabin. Sabin. Sharon hesitated for a moment, but when she spoke her message, it was clear. The police have already talked to me several times. I've told everything I know. Please, leave me alone. I heard the muffled voice of a phone receiver being slammed down. Oh man, who's gonna get shit out of this broad? And I say first before anyone tried to call the police. They'd kill me. No matter how many more times I press the call button. Why is it everything bothering me today? No matter how many more times I pressed the call button, Sharon refused to answer. I was willing to do whatever it took to talk to her, and I just thought of a way to make that happen. And call a friend. How she would open her heart to a good friend. You and Sharon have been friends in high school. Maybe you will be able to help get her to come talk. I need to call Julia right away. I took on Marcy. I picked you out of the address book and press call. It's me, babe. But what responded was an automated voice stating that the phone was in safety mode. Right, I forgot that Julia was at the hospital where Carrie was being treated. I figured she would call me back when she noticed she had a missed call. I was gazing at the house when Marcy started ring. It was Julia. Yes! Took on Marcy. Just as I thought, the call was from Julia. I quickly pressed the accept call button. Sir? Did you call me? Yeah. I'm in front of Yates' home right now. I can't get through to Sharon. Sounds like the cops probably gave her third degree. Oh, Sharon. Maybe you could give me a hand here, babe. Me, sir? I don't know. I figured I'd give her a minute to think about it. How is Carrie holding up? She hasn't regained consciousness, but her condition has been stabilized. Good to hear. If you don't feel up to talking to her, it's okay. I don't want you to force anything you're not comfortable with. How thoughtful of you, sir. We'll put something into her stomach. Clear her throat. Alright, I'll try my best. Alright, if you're sure. Of course I'm sure. I haven't seen Sharon in a long time. It'd be nice to catch up. That's good enough for me. I gave her the address of the house. I'm sure it's gonna be okay to leave Carrie alone also. Yes. The doctor assured me that she was in stable condition and it would be okay to leave. I'll be here shortly. Her cheer sounded a little forced, but Yulia was an adult. She could make her own decisions. She was on her way to the house. Hopefully she'll have more luck with Sharon than I had. Carrie's hospital was pretty far away from the Yates house. I figured it would be a while before Eula arrived. Did I good like to meet the characters on this case so far? I like to think. Oh god. I took a moment to try and get the facts straight in my head. I thought back on what I had covered so far. Yates' sister was the only person at their house. His assistant's name was Sharon Coneta. Sharon told me that the police had also visited the house. When the police asked her about Yates, Sharon talked? She told me she had spoken to the police extensively. When I first tried to talk to Sharon, she was flat out denied. Confused, yeah, that's all I knew at the time. Just as I was wrapping things up, Yulia appeared. Sorry for your nap. I mean, for making you wait. Your nap. Really? Look a little nervous, but why? Who could blame her? Trying to get information from the brood is always tough. Can I smoke first? A little secret. My hopes of getting information out of Sharon is still in Yulia. Okay. Sorry for pulling you away, Carrie, babe. No, don't worry about it. It's not like she was just attacked by one of the people she trusts the most. I'm sure she pang. Should I call Sharon then? Yeah. Push the button. I pressed the call button for the umpteenth time. Eventually, we heard the receiver being picked up violently. Why don't you just stop? I'm going to call the police. It's been a while, Sharon. Yulia? The tone of Sharon's voice suddenly changed. She'd recognized Yulia. Sir, would it be alright if I spoke to her? Oh, of course, go ahead. I get to go here again. Well then, I step up to the intercom. He wasn't about to say so, but I could tell he was worried. Sharon is just about the last lead. If she didn't pan out. Sharon's on the other end of the line. What could I do to get her to open up to me? I don't know. What did I want to talk about? Massive. How long has it been? I don't think I've seen you since high school graduation. Yes. I'm sorry I didn't keep in touch. I am too. Have you been well? I know you've been through a lot lately, but I'd really like to talk to you about it. I want to help. Yulia, when is your brother's funeral? It's already happened. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't able to attend. That's alright. My brother. Sharon? There's a sharp crack as Sharon disconnected the intercom. It hadn't gone quite well as I hoped. As I turned to Mr. Hunter to talk about the misstep, I saw a woman run out of the house. Oh my god, you look like a dead Dracula. Yulia. Sharon? Yulia. I'm so lonely. I just don't know what to do anymore. Sharon. Oh, please come in. Your friend too. Oh, now you finally recognize me. Mr. Hunter and I exchanged a look and followed Sharon into the house. I wonder what Sharon's life had been like since high school. She said she was lonely, but her friend's gone. I suddenly realized that I knew her very little. And to think I'd known her so well. Once upon a moon. The living room was as opulent as the outside of the house, despite its considerable size. The wood furnishing make it really homey. I could see dozens of rooms down a hallway leading up to the living room. Oh my god, it's a mansion! Outside the living room, the house felt empty, like a hotel. I turned to Mr. Hunter. So what should we do now? It's probably best if you just keep talking to her. Then I'll take over when she's more comfortable. Yes. I turned my face towards Sharon with a smile. Sharon Coneta. Seeing her face after all those years took me back to high school. Even back then, there was a certain sadness about her sometimes. Why? I'm currently working for the Thunder Detective Agency. This is the head detective. Actually, I'm the only detective. Shake under, nice to meet you. Eric Darren gave a little nod as he introduced himself. A detective, and this is why you're looking for Sabin. The place seems too big for just you and your brother. Did your parents live here with you? My parents died when we were children. What? I thought I met them in high school. Our relatives were taking care of us. Oh, I see. Your brother must have meant a lot to you. Yes, that's why. Don't press that like this. Okay. There you go. There. When I found the truth about this business, I couldn't bring myself to do anything. What business? Okay. It was all for Miss. No, it was. I knew it was all for me. What business? What was your brother's job? Oh, that. Never mind. As I was about to press on, I felt Mr. Hunter's hand on my shoulder. Hey, babe, maybe I should take it from here. Okay, sir, she's all yours. I stepped aside and let Mr. Hunter take over the questioning. I never would have admitted it. But seeing all my old friends tangled up in murder and violence, it was hard. Part of me was glad Mr. Hunter was taking over the questioning. Alright, I got a few questions for you if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. So I stepped back as Mr. Hunter stepped forward. What? Talking you seem to have calmed Sharon down. Okay. So you figured out what kind of business her brother was in. I don't know any of the details, but I do know it was something bad. He left the company he was with and started his own business. Then the money started to flow in. Right after that, he started to change. He started acting like he had a guilty conscience. Oh God. What does the company he used to work for? AKSYS. Oh no! What? AKSYS, huh? Wonder why Tidwell didn't say anything about that. Mr. Tidwell? He worked with my brother at AKSYS company. So Yates and Tidwell were good friends at AKSYS? Yes. Once my brother successfully started up his company, I heard Mr. Tidwell was going to join, but he never did. Now that I know what Keegan was doing, maybe it's better that Mr. Tidwell didn't join. Now this was interesting and probably very important. Tidwell had some explaining to do. What did I want to talk about? I'm sure this is hard for you, but how do you feel about Sabin? I could see Sharon's mind working, trying to decide what to say next. Of course I hated him when we first broke up. Oh, never mind. But Sabin was serious about motorcycle racing. I knew that being with me was holding him back. I think it hurt my brother a lot more than it hurt me. I know this may seem obvious, but why wouldn't you? But you wouldn't happen to know where Sabin is? No, he hasn't come here. I'm sorry I can't be of any help. No need for that, babe. You've been all sorts of helpful, thank you. Not at all. Doc Viola! I think we've heard enough. We should be on our way. Sharon's got enough problems without us poking around. Yes. You'll grab the hold of Sharon's hand. Sharon, I'd like to come by sometime and visit you. Don't hesitate to call if you need anything. And I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. No, it's alright. Please don't worry about it. I've had so much fun with all of you back when we were in school. Do you remember the time we went to summer camp? Yes. You could feel the atmosphere in the room change as both Sharon and Yulia remembered times past. Oh, where'd the picture come from? I would always tag along even though my brother was always told me not to. Who's who? It's weird looking. I'm glad I did, even if it meant I had to listen to him complain. We were all so nice. Those were the only times I felt truly free, as though all my cares had melted away. And I got the chance to see some of my brother's rare smiles. Aww. We always felt so small when we lived with our relatives. Sharon. Yeah, thank you so much for coming today. No, thank you. I promise I'll come back and visit you soon. Please do! I am lonely! It's the first time I see Sharon back. It was heavy hearts that Yulia and I decided to leave the Yates residence. Moo! We said our goodbyes to Sharon and headed for the front door. Our visit with Sharon had gone better than expected. Tidwell was going to have a lot of explaining to do. I was just still adjusting to the unreasonably bright sunlight when Eula spoke up. Something Sharon made me think. Okay. What is it? The campground. Campground Sharon mentioned, the one we visited in high school. What about it? Maybe that's where Sabin's hiding. Oh? Going back to the place he remembers from childhood? I suppose it's worth a shot. It is just a guess, sir. But to tell her the most detective word was yes word when referring to the ring. This is me, Mary Carey, as it gained consciousness. She flipped open the phone. Hello, Miss Mark speaking. Yola, this is Ewan. Oh, you bastard! Oh, Mr. Tidwell. I was wondering how Carrie was doing, and if you found Sabin yet. Ewan and Mr. Tucker talked for a few moments, and then she turned to me. Her phone still had her ears. Sir. What did Tidwell say? I told Mr. Tidwell what was going on, and he said he would like to accompany us to the campfire. Sure, why not? I've got a few questions for him anyway. I understand. Eula nodded and returned to her conversations. Then we'll see you at the campground. I'll leave it immediately. You are responsible for this, I know it. She said goodbye and hung up, stuffing the phone back into her pockets. He agreed to meet us in front of the campground. Mr. Tidwell is much closer to the campgrounds. He'll probably get there before we do. Alright, then guess we better hurry. And I jumped into the car. The more I thought about it, the more a campground in the off-season seemed like a good hiding place. I hope Eula's guess would pan out. The case has dragged on too long. It was a long drive to the campground. I decided to use the time to try and take us out of the track. Blah, blah, blah. I took a moment to try and get the facts straight in my mind. I thought back on what I'd uncovered so far. I finalized the attitude upon Eula's arrival was soften. Yes, she softened up immediately. The parents of the Yates siblings were dead. They passed away when Yates siblings were still young. Shanna told us what she knew about Yates' job. Didn't know much. She didn't know much, but she'd figured out it was something illegal. Mr. Yates worked at a company before he started his business. The company was Magus. While he was working at Magus, Yates had been friends with someone he knew very well. It's a bastard. It's Ewan Tidwell. That guy just kept popping up. When Yates quit his job and started his business, he'd made a promise to Mr. Tidwell. That promise was job. Yes, he said he would give Tidwell a job with his company. The promise that Mr. Yates would recruit Mr. Tidwell into his company was unfulfilled. Yep, it had been unfulfilled yet. And with Tidwell, that it probably would never be. Shan had mentioned a fond memory of hers from high school. Camping! She remembered going camping with her friends. After hearing Sharon's story, Yulia thought of the place where Sabin might be hiding out. And the campgrounds! It was the campgrounds. After deciding to head to the campgrounds, you received a call. The person was Ewan Tidwell. That's all I knew at the time. Just as I finally finished organizing my thoughts, I saw the sign for a campground. Time to interview. I can't even speak now. There was a narrow path leading to this entrance. Part of the campground wouldn't allow cars, so we parked and continued on foot. As we approached the gate, I heard someone call out to us. Yoda, Mr. Hunter. You in the idiotness. Trail up the hillside. It was off season, so the campgrounds were mostly empty. Not far away from the city, things were pretty quiet. It was already there as Yuda had predicted. He must have rushed over. It looked like she'd figured out how to keep her cool around Tidwell. Okay. Let's get inside and look for Sabin. Yeah. Actually, before we do that, I've got a few questions for Mr. Tidwell here. You seem to have gotten here pretty fast. Yeah, well, I was close by. Surveyed the campground with a faraway look in his eye. Brings back memories. I don't think I've been here since high school. So you remember that trip too, huh? Hold on one more. Yeah, me a minute. Actually, I only remember after Yulia told me. But it's all coming back to me now. I remember Mr. Yates also came out here on that camping trip. Ow, ow, ow. We were all still very close back then. See, I just heard that you and Yates, before I could finish, Tidwell cut me off. It was beautiful sunny day. You stop doing that. I don't care much about your attitude, but stop cutting me off. The other report said it would be rain. The weather report said it would rain, so it had us all worrying. You even made a bunch of rain charms. Yes, I remember. You didn't seem to know quite what to make of Tito's sun change about it. I'm a sun man, so I kept saying it would rain, get sunny at the time, but I was right, isn't that? In fact, there was a great weather in the capital the other day, but oh God! It was raining! I'd opened my mouth to call out Tidwell when... Oh God, I noticed the man behind him. Was it? Tidwell caught my eye and spun around. He gasped. Looked like he'd just been punched in the chest. Sabin! Finally found him! No sooner his name was called out. What? His name was out of Tidwell's mouth that Sabin was on his bike. The roar of Sabin's motorcycle filled the empty campground as he sped away. Crap, I couldn't let him get away. We've been through too much! That's all there are. Terrified. Frankly, I need a vehicle. Yeah, your car. I know there's a man about to get on his motorcycle. I'm sorry! He'd have to do. This emergency, I need your bike. Hey, are you crazy? I yanked the bike out of the under before he could ride. Hey, wait! It's having a good start. I didn't know if I was going to be able to catch him on him. I thought he was a professional motorcycle racer. Oh my God. The drawings are great! Except for his face. I could see Sabin far down the road. How many years had it been since I'd ridden a motorcycle? I don't know you can ride one! The road wasn't even completely paved, and it looked like it was all downhill. I needed to be careful. I could see Sabin ahead of me. I was getting closer. I had him! Just a few more yards! Crap. With elegant lean and a screech of tires, I just whipped around the corner in front of me and was gone. Too much was riding on this. I couldn't lose track on him. I needed to match that turn or I was toast. Oh no, I don't know how! Wait, I don't know how, I don't ride. First, I need a brake. How to brake? I don't know! I sent the front brakes. Okay. I was at the bike back under the control. I managed not to crash, but I lost precious time. I don't know how to do! Wait. I don't know how to do! I don't know how. Wait. I sat on the back wheel brakes. I could raise the brake. I don't know how. Wait. I ain't no motorcycle genius. Good, I saved here. I slowly applied the brakes to the front wheel. Alright, the brake was still stable and was still moving on. Next. I don't know how. Carefully applied the rear wheel brake. So far so good, everything was able. That curve was coming to an awful quick. Even though I was in the middle of turning, I turned the throttle up all the way up to full. I realized the ground in front of me dropped off. Ready for a grip? I slammed on the brakes and pulled the bike in the hard turn. I don't know how! I stopped just inches away from the... By the time I got back on the bike, the time was long gone. Oh no! Okay, again. I'm not very good at this. What the hell is that? That's a weird cartoon. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I haven't ridden a bike yet. I really wish I could learn it. Okay, slowly to front. Slowly to back. Release throttle. I let go of the throttle altogether and tried to take the corner. It wasn't enough. The sheer momentum of the bike was too much, and I could feel myself losing control. Oh no! Reset. Need to do it again. I need to do it again. I don't want to fail here. Slowly. Throttle. I accelerated smoothly. I leaned towards the rear of the bike, balancing out my weight, and managed to make it around the corner. It was pretty far away, but I couldn't make it. Okay, save! I don't want to lose this. But I can make out Simon's back. He's a pro, alright. On the other hand, I hadn't ridden a motorcycle since I was 18. Oh god. I still feel like I was 18 again. The power of the engine thundering beneath me. I feel the wind whipping past me, hearing the hiss of tires on the pavement. I was invincible. I'd follow Simon wherever he wanted. I gunned the engine. That was the key to my case, and I wasn't going to let him get away. I felt a rush of confidence as I closed in on him. My senses were heightened. I was even able to read the signs of I was speeding past on the highway. One of them said moto. What? Wonder what would it possibly mean? Oh, it's a code! I need that. That's a code. Motorola. If there's a secret thing in this game where you have to get all the words that has 4 letters in it. Oh gosh, where's that thing? I don't know about there. Moto. There's a secret little mini game in this game. That I need a bunch of 4-word character things. I wonder why I was wasting my time thinking about signs. I quickly turned my attention to the back of the road. I was almost there. When a bird shot out of... What? A bird! I slammed on the brakes and turned hard. I managed to keep the bike upright, but by the time I regained control, Sabin was long gone. No way I was going to catch up to Sabin. Some detective I was, dejected. I pointed the bike backward toward the camp. Sabin had got away. There are no two ways about it. I screwed the pooch pretty bad. That damn titwell had just kept his yap shut. Sabin wouldn't have even noticed us. In retrospect, it almost seemed like Titwell had yelled Sabin's name on purpose. But why would he have done that? How did he get it to start acting weird when I tried to ask him about Yates? The more about it, the more I was convinced. There's something up with Titwell. That's a scary looking face. And I will save it right here because I'm really crazy. I'm not gonna do that bike all over again, please. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, simply pick up your saucer one and wave it at the like button. Until then, this is Natnarf, signing out.